All right, Hero Comics here. I gotta go to work in a few hours, but until then, I'm all ready. And I want to talk about my voter adventure, my voting adventure. This will be a very interesting thing because basically, what I'm going to do is have video here explaining my voting adventure. What happened and stuff, how things worked out. I will actually have video. I did record lots of video. Long enough, yeah, on this phone here. Yeah, little shadow screen phone. That's my backup. This is basically my backup daily driver phone that I'm using. It was one of my mom's old ones that fell and got hit. Fell and she dropped it. Yeah, they basically got introduced to the pavement. Pretty good, but it still works mostly. And yeah, I was able to film with that one and stuff like that. But I want to make sure it's very hard for any loser to try to figure out where I am when I'm doing that. Well, my brother has expressed some concerns over losers messing around, trying to basically find out where we live and cause trouble. So, I'm basically going to work on that. I have footage, lots of footage of me here talking, explaining things, talking about what's going on. And I'll put in little clips every now and then about showing off what I was doing while on there. Okay, so let's start the story off. I gotta figure out how to say this again. Saying it in ways that make it hard for people to figure out where we live now is going to be interesting, but we're going to figure out that out. Okay, because we editing and all kinds of stuff there too to make it even harder. So let's continue on. Basically, on Monday, so Sunday. Actually, on Sunday it was Sunday. No, on it was Monday. Monday, my mom said or maybe it was Sunday. My mom wanted me to go to bed early on Sunday night, so that I could get up in time. Get up early. Go to bed early so I can get up early, so then I could get ready and get ready for work or whatever, and get out so I can go vote in the election. Right. So I did that. I kind of take my brother off because he basically usually gets he's able to wake up. He usually goes to sleep and then wakes up early. He works first shift, so then it's like around 7, 8 o'clock. Usually he's the one getting ready to go to work. So me being awake, basically around a little bit before that, so he tried to get some sleep. It was a little annoying for him, but thankfully we figured things out, and I was able to get everything ready and walk to go vote. Now here's the deal. No, it was not Sunday. It was Monday. I think Monday. I think Monday. Monday. That was one. Um, Mom told me to go to bed early because basically Monday I have a day. My day this is my day off. One of my days off. I went. Mom wanted me to scout out where we're supposed to go vote. So I walked down. Again, so I gotta say this the right way. There's a hill. Okay, there's a hill, a very big hill. And there's a street on the top of the hill, and a street on the bottom of the hill. Right, and my mom wanted me to go on the street on the top of the hill. Because basically she got a voter card saying this is where you go. It's off the street on the top of the hill. So she wanted me to walk down there and spy out where that is, scout out where that is. So it's like, okay. So I walked over there and walked around for a while trying to find this place. And I was having trouble. I could not find it. It was very weird. One thing that I was looking for is that there was the numbers, the address on the card had two numbers, specific numbers to it. Okay, and those two numbers, okay, basically I'm like, okay, I've got to find a street with that and those two numbers involved. Okay, so then I see a street that has that number. It has a number that's ahead, the numbers that are ahead of it. And it's like, okay, I walk back a bit to I see down up and down that street, on the top of the hill, walk down a bit more to see if I can find that street that has the numbers that I need to, so I can go find this place. And then it immediately goes past that number. The next stop, next street down goes past is a number below that number that I need. I was like, what is going on here? Then I look over, I see there's another street even further down with the same number as that one I'm looking at. And I'm just like, is there a glitch or some weird error here? Why is there two streets with the same number? And both of those numbers are not the number I need. What's going on here? And I was thinking, I was just thinking smart. Maybe I should go down that one street, off the street that's on the top of the hill, and see where that goes. I really wish I had, done more of that. But anyway, I walked down a bit. Because I was like, that's not good. That's not helping me. Walked back up and then went to a restaurant, in a little, into a place nearby, and bought like a fast food place nearby, and asked the lady there behind the counter if they knew where this place. She knew where this place was, and she said, "Well, no, this actually our address says the number, and it's like almost there." I was like, okay, I was like, and I decided to buy a drink. I had a few dollars, I had like $10 in my account. So I decided to buy a drink, a fountain drink there. Big mistake. The thing was overpriced, but still, I bought that and just left. Said thank you and left. And then I walked around, and I was like, okay, where is this place? I mean, I see all these, I see some plazas. I see the restaurant, the fast food place. I see, car dealerships and industrial buildings. Things that lead to pathways that lead to their gates. Where is this place? I'm ticked off. So eventually, I'm like, I think I'm done for now. Oh yeah. Also, I didn't have Google. Google Maps doesn't seem to work very well on this phone. Okay, doesn't seem to work very well on this phone. But there's a bus app on this phone here that does work pretty well. So I was able to use its map. Okay. Then I see that the street that I need, the street I need is on the. You can only access it. Looks like you can only access it from a street going down has the bottom of the hill. Not the one going up the top. So I was like, okay. So tomorrow when I go and get ready to vote, I'll go down the street at the bottom of the hill, not the one at the top. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's what I'll do. So I go home. I tell mom what's going on. She's like, okay, well, make sure you get some sleep early, so you can get up early, so you can do your thing and be done. And when you come back, get some more sleep before you have to go to work, things like that. So I'm like, okay. So I do that. To my brother off a little bit, but we get over that. We figure that out, and then I get everything ready, and I start walking down the street at the bottom of the hill. To the bottom of the hill, and I get to the street that has the number on it, right? And I start walking down that street. And it's great. I'm walking down that street, having a great time on down the street, and basically I pass a house that has its door open. Like with that, I think it's like a patio door that was open and it leads into the yard, the fenced-in yard. And these tiny little chihuahuas, two tiny little chihuahuas run out when they see me to start barking at me, the little killy things. And it's like, and I'm like, oh, I see like these, they're barely their big brother, some sort of terrier, run out after them, start barking. They all three start barking at me as I'm walking by. I'm like, oh, isn't that cute? I was like, bye guys, bye. And I keep on walking. They can, basically, and they're so small, they're so cute. The little chihuahuas are so small. They're fully grown, I think, but they're so small you basically scoop them up, you can grab one in each hand, and carry them around with you. That's how small they are. The terrier, who's a little bit bigger, you have to use both hands on him, but he's still pretty small. But he's bigger than them, so it's probably their big brother or sister, big sister. Who knows? But still, I'm like, yeah, okay, that's cute. But then I get all the way over to. I keep go down the street to the place where it turns and goes on the other streets, and there's like this chop shop hanging out. Okay, basically it's a chop shop. There's a bunch of cars there that are in various states of repair. Right, I'll be right back. And we're back. Thanks for me talking about uh my voting adventure. Yeah, I gotta edit these videos, put them together so that we can just keep on going. Anyway, so I get to this chop shop basically, and necessarily not necessarily. I don't know if it's illegal or anything. I don't think it is. I don't know if it's not. But whatever the case is, the people are there that will basically probably most likely get cars, junk cars and other stuff, and like take the parts out of those and put them into other cars, and make mod cars and stuff. It looks really cool, but that's not where I need to go. So I'm just like, okay, there's this place here. It goes on to other streets that are not the street I need to go to. What am I supposed to do? So I go back to the street that's on the bottom of the hill. I start walking down. Keep on going further down. I see there's a school. Okay, so I go over to the school. I see like a lady getting out of her car at the school. So I go over to her and ask her for directions. I give her the voter card my mom got to show where the address is, and they're like, "Oh, that's on the street at the top of the hill. Looks like you gotta go to there from the street at the top of the hill there." And I was like, "That's how it looks like. That's how it has to be." I was like, "Oh, okay, thank you very much." I got to grab the paper back, and basically kept on walking, walked up a street that leads to the street at the top of the hill, and I was like, "What am I supposed to do?" Well, we gotta figure it out. So I'll keep walking, and I go past another plaza. It doesn't really seem very busy because nothing really is going on yet. So then I see a bunch of definitely more industrial stuff, and I get to some industrial buildings. I get to a junkyard, straight up junkyard. There's pieces of metal, piles of metal and everything behind this brown sheet metal fence. Okay, yeah, it's a pretty gnarly looking place. I'm just like, wow, that's pretty epic. So I keep walking, and I'm walking. Finally, get to the street at the top of the hill. Okay, and I was further away from where I was when I was on the day before. And I'm just like, okay, I'm at the top of the hill. And I start walking. What am I supposed to do? So I go. I'll try again. I'll see if I can do to see if I can find that place again. And so I walk toward where I was last time. That fast food restaurant. Okay, so I walk over there. I get to where the fast food restaurant is, and where there's those streets. Both there's like a street that says the one number that's one number below where I'm supposed to go on going one way, and the other then and you see the other number the street that's further down the same number going the other way, and I'm just like, this is so weird. But I start go outside. I'm gonna go down that street again, with a number that's too low. That's one number too low. I'm gonna go down that street again. So I go down that street again, go further. I go past a few houses that are down there. And also, here's the deal. That's what threw me for a loop the first time. The houses down there. Okay, there's houses on that street at the top of the hill and other places that say, "Oh, here's the address. This is the number here that is basically close to the number that is of the place I'm supposed to go." Okay. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. Let's go down the street, see if you can get even closer to that number. I start going down that street. Same thing happened when I was on the street at the bottom of the hill. The numbers went from numbers that were close to the numbers I needed to ones that were super far away. It's like basically you have ones that say 10, on the street at the top of the hill, and ones that say 5, random numbers, 5, going down. I'm like, well, that makes no sense. What the heck is this? So it was really weird, really weird, really confusing me. So I go down there, I keep on going. I go past those 3 houses down there. I see there's this little park, which basically is a very small park. It's a few vacant lots that have grass on them. There's a little swing set or something like that. Maybe something else to climb, jungle gym or something like that to climb on. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cute, And that's on one side. It's on my right. So I'm like, okay, that's cute. I then start walking. Keep walking. I look straight ahead. I see a brown fence, a brown sheet metal fence. I'm like, this is the same junkyard as the junkyard that I was basically walking past earlier. That's interesting. I turn to my left and I see, a bunch of voter signs, a bunch of signs, those little signs you stick in the ground that have all the names of different candidates on them. In front of an open chain link fence. And there's a sign there saying the exact location, the exact place. It was a church, the Hispanic church. It's just like, see that sign there, and I'm just like, that's it. The building, this big old parking lot, industrial sized parking lot, and there's a big old industrial sized building there, and that's the church where I'm supposed to go vote. I'm just like, oh my gosh, after 2 hours hours of walking, I find it. Now I'll put the clip in, I'll put that clip in somewhere. But yeah, that was a crazy moment, amazing moment. I think, yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, thanking God for that stuff. It was amazing. But then there was another problem. I went inside, got my ID scanned, and then they looked at my ID and was like, "Yeah, according to they looked at my ID. No, they didn't look at my ID. They scanned my ID on their little tablet machine, and they said, okay, looks like you're registered according to our records or the records of to our records at all the basically big office or whatever it is they are part of. You are registered to vote at your old address, not your new address. So you got to go to your old address to vote. So I'm just like, okay. So I'm definitely texting mom, keeping her updated on the situation as we're doing this stuff, and it's like, okay, so how do I get to the street I need to go to where my old address was, where I used to live, huge amount of distance, pretty good distance away, miles and miles away. So I was like, I realized there's a bus that goes by that can get me kind of close, I think. So I walk to the bus stop, all right, from that place, from that Hispanic church where I'm supposed to vote. And I'm like, okay, walk to that place, walk to the street. While as I'm crossing the street to get to the bus stop, I see shoot, that should be here. 1 second. All right, I'm back, and I got my backpack. So I found this reciprocating saw blade on the street. Yeah, you see how just torn up that thing is? Yeah, hanging out on the street it was. So I grabbed it. I grabbed that guy. I was just like, yeah, always use another saw blade. And I have a few of these. They're just hanging out. Old blunt, old dull saw blade. No one wanted that anymore. So I grabbed that guy, put it in my backpack, put him over here. Put him on my backpack and waited for the bus. Got on the bus. Thankfully, an interesting thing is going on there. On the bus, voted, basically they were letting you ride for free so you can go vote that day. So that was one. I do have a weekly pass, so I was able to actually, but still I didn't need to use it, So it was like really cool. And the driver is a cool guy, but he was definitely confused when I asked him if he goes to the street that I need to go to, and he's like, I'm like, I don't know if I do that, I was like, okay, you know what? I'll take you as far as I can. I'll take you as far as I can, before I get get where I need to go, and okay. So I took him till I got to landmarks I recognized. Okay, there was these buildings I saw. All right, and I was like, buildings I saw that I recognized. So I was like, okay, I'll get off here, and then he had turned off of that street for the buildings I saw and started going, up more streets. And I was just like, okay. And he's like, what, you sure? This is in the middle of nowhere. It was like a residential neighborhood in like a foresty area, but, at least like, I think a highway or something like that. So, and huge plazas, crazy stuff. I'll see you in a little bit. And we're back. Like voted. I was talking about our voting adventure. So yeah, just got off a bus. Basically, just off the part. I got off a bus. Uh, when I got off the bus, near landmark, well, basically landmarks and buildings that I saw and recognized from when I used to live in the area. Okay, and I was getting rides to my factory job. Okay, my factory job was like Amazon. I was getting rides from my house to that place. Okay, so I recognized that stuff. So I got off the bus, started walking. Got back to that place. Saw that they were putting in an Amazon place over there. Like that place. Man, that stuff is everywhere. I was like, man, that stuff is everywhere. This can come out quick. It's amazing. So I walked past, putting all kinds of new construction, like electrical wiring and stuff. It's crazy stuff. So they put all that stuff in, and I walked past all that. Walked down some more for a while. I walk in for a while. Go underneath the bridge, and then I see more landmarks I know, more buildings I know, because it's just like this is the street. This is the street that I used to, basically take a bus to work on. It'd get me to where I could get, it'd get me to work, or at least partial little way there. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm in the right place. So I get ready to walk across the street. All right, to go and get on the bus that'll take me up that street. So I get to the street I need to get to. That is, basically near my, that's where my, they said I need to go vote, right? So as I'm walking across the street, I see this guy here. This thing here. Okay, I see this guy. All right, laying on the street, hanging out. Oh shoot, sorry, hanging out. Right in front of some cars, like hanging out in the street. You see how yeah, that's a that's like a broke off. Yeah, it's like so either a broom or paint thing that broke off. Yeah, that's how it was. Yeah, I see this guy laying on the street, and I'm just like, yeah, in front of cars we're about to go when it gets to uh what's it called? The light changes color. It goes from green, from red to green, right? I'm like, oh yeah, this a stick like this, brew handle or whatever this is like this gets caught in a car or something, it causes some damage, definitely serious damage there. So I was like, I'll grab this thing, grab it, I'll take it, and I'll find a place to throw it out. Okay, that's what I was thinking. So I'll find a place to throw it out. There's just like there was like broken end. There was like splintered stuff on top of here. So I was walking with him, like, this is not a bad walking stick. There's potential. Then the thought occurred to me, why not use the reciprocating saw blade that you found on the street somewhere, before you got on that bus, and cut it, cut the stuff. So that's what I did. Got to a bus stop I needed. Used the reciprocating saw blade to cut the stuff, cut the thing down, and then got on the bus. Went up to my street, and then the street I needed to get up to, and then started basically sanding it down. Sanding this thing down. You see that stuff? I use the sidewalk. I use the sidewalk to sand down the edge on that. I also use the sidewalk to sand down this edge here. See a little bit of, well, it's hard to see that, but I don't know. See that? Yeah, you can see that I've worn down there. So I use the sidewalk to basically wear down this edge, wear down this stuff. So yeah, so just like, yeah, it is not, definitely is big. It's making a fine walking stick, a pretty good walking stick. Definitely, there's a weathered, definitely, but still, well, bad walking stick. Not a bad walking stick. And it's like, yeah, now if anything tries to attack, I have a nice walking stick to make them think twice about that. That's good. I like that. I'll probably upgrade, but it's not bad for something that I just found. Yeah, it was cool. That's very cool. Anyway, so I walk around. I get to the school. I was basically I get to the school that the place is. Get to the school that is voting, that has voting signs around it. So it's like, yeah, I'll go in there. I talk to the people in there, get my ID scanned. Get my ID scanned. They're like, okay, according to our records, you're supposed to vote here, but your ID says, that you have moved to that other place. So you cannot vote here because this is not your district anymore. Gives me a receipt saying, yeah, take this back to the people who sent you here with that other receipt. And tell them that you can't vote. You have to vote over there. So I was like, okay. So I was like, wow, okay, that's more running around. So I leave. I get to a bus stop. See that it's, check the bus app. It says it's a 20-minute wait. So I was like, okay. So I go to a nearby grocery store. You know, I used to go to a lot when me and my mom and my brother were living over there. And I walk past a table with some discount Halloween candy on there. It's the bags of discount Halloween candy. It was tempting because they were like $1.99 for a bag. It was Smarties and it was Milky Ways. I was like, that's tempting. But I resisted that temptation because I wanted to get something that was less expensive and also a liquid. So I got all these sodas. I threw away the things. Unfortunately, I threw away those sodas. Well, I put them in recycling. But these sodas that are basically off-brand. It had but there was like a flavor, bomb pop flavor. I like that flavor. That's really good. And Mountain Mist or something. Not even close to Mountain Dew. Not even close. But I bought those. They were like $1 something each. I had a few dollars in my account at that time, and I had some 2 dimes, so I was able to actually buy those things and walk on out. And by that time, it was time for the bus to come. It was about time for the bus to come. So I got that bus. My mom was saying, "Hey, I could call Uber for you if you need it." I was like, "No, I'm okay. I'm on the bus." No, okay, well, I'm on the bus. So he's like, "All right." So I took that bus back to where I could catch another bus to get to that street at the top of the hill. Got to the top of the hill, straight on top of the hill, kept on walking. It was definitely some temptation to try to go home. Okay, but I was like, no, I'm this close. We can finally see what we're doing. And also, they said you could vote provisionally, which basically means it won't count yet. They'll count it later. It's still you voted. You still were like, yeah, here's what I want. Boom. Still counted. It would still be something that would be like, okay, yeah, according to our polls, people will say voted for this. That's basically what it would be like. So I get all the way over there. I know exactly where the place is now. So next year we'll be ready to go. Me and my mom will go and vote, and I can show her exactly where that place is and get in there, and show her how confusing that stuff was. But we can get in there. And I get in there, get to that place, and I show them my stuff. The mom wanted me to show the card. I cannot show you the card. Yep, the card has address on it. We can't show that. So show them the card, and they're basically like, yeah, that's your mother's name. You need a card for yourself. According to our records, you still live over there. Your ID has changed. Our records are not straight yet. It won't work, so you cannot vote. I was like, well, visually, not even visually, they say. So yeah, that was the end of that. It was a loss. It was a fail. But the cool thing is, I did put in the effort. I did try at least. And the cool thing is, we'll get that all straightened up. If I thought I fill out a voter registration form. If I and mailed it, but if it's taken them a long time to do it, or it didn't work out, there was a processing error or some bullcrap. I'll go down there. I'll talk to them and figure that out. We'll get that ready because we'll be ready for next year. It'll be great. So of course, things worked out better than in ways I was hoping they would. Of course, I don't like either Trump or Kamala, but Trump is the lesser of two evils in some ways. Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, in ways, yes. Sorry. Goodbye, abortion. Hello, responsibility. Sorry, trans rights and gay rights. They're not really trans rights. See you next time. And that was my voting adventure. So, yeah, basically, it's definitely a very turbulent, a strange, turbulent thing. But it worked out in its own way. It worked out. It was one of the good things about that thing, even though it was a failed to that has failed to vote because of system errors. It was I did make the effort, and yeah, I got to see a lot of the neighborhood. And just like there's all kinds of cool stuff over there, around there. Local stuff around there that I've never seen before. And the new ways to get to do the places, new ways to do things. It was great. It was great to see. So it was some stuff. Tough stuff. I was definitely feeling it for a while. Probably I'm still feeling it a little bit. But yeah. And of course, got the walking stick. Got a nice walking stick. Yeah. So that's nice. Walking stick. So that's good. Things overall worked out pretty well. And the saw blade. And the saw blade. Yeah. So that's good. That's really good. So now I'm going to go work with more videos and things. Because Dragon Age of Veilguard needs to, and other games like it, like Suicide Squad and Kill the Justice League, need to be clowned on as much as possible. Secret Incorporated needs to be clowned on as much as possible because my gosh, they just do it. And others like them too because yeah, they have it coming. So I'll see you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube TV and Art. I gotta go figure out how to edit all this stuff. See you next time.
Spandau, my friend. I went on the wrong side of the street. Shoot. Wait, did I? Maybe not. Check it out. Oh, yeah. Oh, crap. Little tinies. Hi there, guys. Hi. Yeah, a big one. Hi, big one. Kind of big one. Hi, guys. Bye, guys. Bye-bye. Kitty dog. So cute. Oh, my gosh. See how cute looking that picture? The tiny guys. The big defender. The big brother. Who's pretty small himself. That's okay. Yeah. Okay, they're okay. As long as it's not no German Shepherd or Doberman Pinscher or those other big old giant guys that can actually get over that fence. I have to get serious. So we'll be like, oh, Num-Nose was gentle. He or she never would rip your throat out, though he was trying. No, you freaking murdered Num-Nose. Yeah, I did. There you go. 100 man or more I could ever do. Okay, we're behind the junkyard now. Africa. I press the range. Down in Africa. I bless the range. It's it. I found it. I found it.